I always thought paranormal game stories were just exaggerated tales meant to scare people. I never believed in ghosts or anything supernatural. Until that night, when everything changed. It was a cold October night. My friends and I had decided to spend the night in the abandoned house at the end of the street. The one everyone talked about but no one dared to enter. They said a family had once lived there but had vanished without a trace. The neighbors swore they heard noises at night, whispers coming from a place that was supposedly empty. There were 4 of us. Lucas, the fearless one, always chasing adrenaline. He thought the paranormal was nothing but suggestion. Sophia, the skeptic. She claimed not to believe in any of it, but she was always the first to get nervous when things got weird. Martin Dupper, the Joker, always quick with a sarcastic comment to break the tension. And me, who until that night thought it was just another game. We brought a flashlight and a Ouija board that Lucas had gotten for fun. According to him, paranormal games only worked if you believed in them, so there was nothing to fear. Come on, let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? Martin laughed. We sat in a circle in the dusty room, the board in the center, a candle flickering for extra drama. The wind howled through the cracks in the rotting wood, and the occasional creak of the floor reminded us that the house had been abandoned for years. Is there anyone here with us? Lucas asked, smirking. Silence. The only sound was the wind slipping through the gaps in the house. We waited. Nothing. Come on, this is nonsense, Sophia muttered, pulling her hand away. But just as we were about to let go of the planchette, it moved in mio. Not a subtle shift, like someone was nudging it. It jerked me in forcefully toward. Yes. We stared at each other, searching for a logical explanation. No one was laughing anymore. Who are you? I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. The planchette slid slowly. Friend. Martin let out a nervous chuckle. Oh yeah, sure. A ghost friend. How original. But then the candle flickered. The air turned ice cold. The flashlight sputtered and died. Sophia gasped. Turn it off. Now I don't like this. How did you die? Lucas asked, ignoring her. The letters formed one by one. G-A-M-E. What game? I asked without thinking. The Midnight Man. A chill ran down my spine. I knew that game. If you followed the right steps, an entity was supposed to chase you in the dark until 3:33 a.m. If you survived, you were worthy of living. But no one ever finished the game. Lucas swallowed hard. Come on, it's just a coincidence. It's a stupid wooden board. Martin stood up abruptly. That's enough. Let's go home. We tried to say goodbye to the Ouija board properly, but the planchette wouldn't move. Then, the candle went out. A loud bang echoed through the house like someone had slammed the door with all their strength. We froze. Another bang, and then a whisper, faint but unmistakable. The game has begun. No one spoke. No one moved. The silence stretched until the front door flew open. As if something invisible had been when we had shoved it. We ran. We didn't stop until we reached my house. We locked ourselves in my room, trying to convince ourselves it had just been a prank, that someone had followed us and scared us. But we knew the truth. I woke up with a start. The room was pitch black. I turned to check the time. 3:13 a.m. Then I heard it. A sharping knocking on my bedroom door. And a breath, right on the other side. My blood ran cold. I slowly got out of bed, heart hammering in my chest. I didn't want to open the door, but I couldn't just sit there doing nothing. With shaking hands, I grabbed my phone and texted Lucas. Are you awake? 3 dots appeared. He was typing, but before he could reply, the door creaked open on its own. My lungs locked up. An unnatural chill filled the room. In the dim glow of my phone screen, I saw it. A tall, thin figure stood in the doorway, motionless. It had no face. My phone vibrated. I looked down. It was a text from Lucas. Runs. I didn't hesitate. I bolted. Down the stairs, out the front door, sprinting into the street without looking back. We never spoke about that night again. We didn't sleep well for weeks. Every time night fell, we felt something watching us. And then exactly 1 week later, Martin disappeared, without a trace. The police found no signs of violence, no forced entry. They said he must have just left. But we knew the truth. The game wasn't over. And it never would be.